Yes, yensuo etu esi be mabo okunkunim kofa ejinane so akwara paadi kokwe hu ededa mana ekire no ye ne adeshiamra kroma dansidifo mehwe kasemu kira awawade esumu apai mo hire nyakwa pie awonwasem nie we die bi si pen ye Neat FM, your mama.
Mr. Speaker, we have put monies either directly or indirectly into the pockets of many Ghanaians. Mr. Speaker, from 2017 to date, these interventions by government have put at least 12.2 billion in the pockets of Ghanaians. Specifically, free SHS has saved parents a total of 1.8 billion Ghana cedis over the last 3 years, and that's money in their pockets. Planting for Food and Jobs has saved farmers a total of 844 million cedis over the last 3 years for certified fertilizer, and this is money in their pocket. A total of 357 million have been put into the pockets of teacher trainees within the last 3 years in the form allowances, and this is money in their pockets. A total of 336 million Ghana cedis have been put into the pockets of nursing trainees within the last 3 years in the form of allowances, and this is money in their pockets. Subsidy for BEC registration fee has saved parents a total of 65 million Ghana cedis over the last 2 years, and that is money in their pockets. The electricity tariff reduction affected by periods effective March 15, 2018 resulted in savings of 1.8 billion for a year for residential and non-residential customers, and this is money in their pockets. The reduction and abolition of taxes, including the 50% reduction in import duty, has saved taxpayers a total of 4.1 billion over the last 3 years, and this is money in their pockets. There are over 350,000 jobs that have been created in the public sector, including 100,000 NAPO graduates, has provided total earnings to them of 2.9 billion Ghana cedis, and that's money in their pockets. Mr. Speaker, the question that should be asked is, what social interventions? Mr. Speaker, the question that should be asked is what social interventions did the NDC implement in their 8 years in office to reduce the suffering of Ghanaians? Mr. Speaker, we should also not forget that government has, through the financial sector cleanup, saved the deposits of 4.6 million depositors who would otherwise have lost their deposits. Mr. Speaker, Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire, who together produce 67% of the world cocoa, have agreed on a framework for setting floor prices for cocoa. This is a game changer in the cocoa industry and will result in a major transformation in the fortunes of cocoa farmers from October 2020. They will receive higher prices for their cocoa through the living income differential. Mr. Speaker, furthermore, the government of Nana Akufo-Addo campaigned on building a more inclusive society where every community has equal opportunity in getting access to basic infrastructure and services like water, toilets, markets, education, and health. This is the rationale behind the launching of the IPEP initiative. Mr. Speaker, the results the last 3 years have been impressive, with thousands of projects, some completed and some ongoing across the 275 constituencies. Mr. Speaker, I'm happy to announce that preparations are now complete and the construction of the first 600-bed Kayaye hostel will commence in Abogloshi next month to provide accommodation and skill training to these vulnerable young women. Mr. Speaker, furthermore, the government of Nana Akufo-Addo campaigned on building a more inclusive society where every community has equal opportunity in getting access to basic infrastructure and services like water, toilets, markets, education, and health. This is the rationale behind the launching of the IPEP initiative. Mr. Speaker, the results the last 3 years have been impressive, with thousands of projects, some completed and some ongoing across the 275 constituencies. Mr. Speaker, I'm happy to announce that preparations are now complete and the construction of the first 600-bed Kaya hostel will commence in Aboboloshi next month to provide accommodation and skill training to these vulnerable young women. Mr. Speaker.
Meet FM Neo.
Yanu me bibrime. Yenya kofa tu yesuo. Etu esi vemabo. Okunkunim kofa ejina ne so akora padi kokwe hu ededa mana ekire no. Yeah. Adeshiamra kroma dansidi fo mehwe kasemu chira wanwade esumu apai mo hre nya kwa pie awonwasem nie we die bi si pen yeah Neat FM yamamwa kwaba
Jamagana fo nyina kwaba ede ben Neat 100.9 enanwumre bibisa se ohun tesen Midin Edemak Jerio say AGYEMANG matena se ye baba be ye adwuma ne ye de aboa oman Ghana man Ghana mpuntuo eyade a eda yakoma so amanyosem ene ye baba ye wo a wo hweme se ye tena se ya na eye torchlight wo fa torchlight me fa me torchlight ye betwa na oman Ghana no etimi akonkan ye betoato adwen ne ye hu ba bi a ye de ye man no ebekọ nimdifo amanyofo ena me no mo eba bedi nkomo Abedafo no ebechira dwen intellectual discussions as usual ayede bro da no ewo eye itwumadie so ene asamba akope ena mibisa say what are your expectations ewo 2022 budgeta ochina ye photo samfo ede breyen wa wuni de yeko me wu bisa me Nigeria Meka chaw se enuama boa ye dene. Enuama boa aye dene. The purchasing power ewo from kwakunowa. Mo your purchasing power no aba from no kre your purchasing power no aba from the reality on the ground. Obi anfa bibia ba medada yen. Momi eka no kre na egwomu no. Na manyofo ne de okoka no kre na kwakwa yeso yesimese de ebi o kan say on the o kan say nukure turodo agwomu ne say ye purchasing power above from anything obi anka say no amabo no so ba betete even say ndisi for ba begina ka kire say no amabo no mo ba na so ba betete so a ma so mo boa eye nkontompo amanyoni biye ni wo beba say oba ba betete no amabo so e de amayen na mom de ayehwehwe ne say atmosphere ni mo betimi ya kama na ye purchasing power no etimi akosoro because ye mfa ne say ebia me kwakoto eye me gari na gari enkane ye tuya me ka 500 Ghana cedis na gari olonka eye 5 cedis a eno ane ye de ko afa ye kwahwe a ebia gari olonka akwakodu 10 cedis nanso wodi awo 500 na wogie ekwa asem na ye ka no. We are not talking about economic indicators so economic indicators the moment ye kan ye nyina yetuoman mu yetuoman mu na Dr. Baumia ka say yepe economy ni ye mom ye kwa malata nti malata economy na ye de measure ye measure no pe because Dr. Baumia ka say economy no and this force happening on mo abemu Ose samode mo ke economy na mo kwa malata dwom na mo kwankwa hwe de ekoso ho sa malata dwom na no an yeguso aye di hu nkomo And economic indicators. And economic indicators na positive. No kura trodo na woman say your purchasing power above form. Your purchasing power above form. That is the reality on the ground. Whoompo, whoompo. I am telling you, say your purchasing power above form. I don't give a damn about what political stance I will because me politician be me Gary Konko bago say me Konko di. So we have to face the realities on the ground. But above from ni bisa say e dey na ban no e be ye dey fa ho. Eno ni ye hwe anim ochina. Na ka ye anim no, eno ni ye hwe anim ochina. Say e dey na ban ne ba be ye. Eti medie ya me hwe anim ne say enuama be dey ebetimi stabilize. Enuama betimi stabilize. Na enkonkoba say ye purchasing power no ebekọ so na diminish. So dey ase enkonkoba ne saa enu nti media dia me hwe anim no. Ade ba ko a ye nyina ye toato adwe amanfo kasa de fa ho eye benchmark values a 2019 ya photo samfo ede tu dwa benchmark values no eye cars no mne ade na eye 30%. And na ye won no mako 84 and na ye wa na e cover eye 50% eye the benchmark values. Ye bo hwa ye nka bi nhye mu ne ye tete se benchmark values yi ye ba be ye free ho oh na GRFO memo aba beto abonten na GRFO kra mo so say statements ya mo de ba na mo ya ne sana na you are opening yourself to the public ridicule. Some statement we are mo de ba na no na mo ba kire say GRFO memo ya ba beto abonten ye nyina ya kenkan implementation guidelines for this for the discount reversal and only a subject to Commissioner General from Deputy Commissioner Operations November 11 yay. And idea babeto abonting. Also revised selected items as from 15 November 2021. Cease to enjoy 30% and 50% discount on benchmark values or invoices for vehicle and general goods respectively. Omo the pen be crowd true motum say we the authentic bar. 100% benchmark values and invoices for such commodities FOB values must not be subject to discount of any percentage. HDV are also not to be discounted by 30% for used vehicles affected. Those BOEs with tax bill accepted and payment effected before 15 November 2021 are not affected. All new BOEs for selected items being processed on or after 12 midnight on 15 November 2021 are affected by the reversal policy. Tie brofua GRFO trotro muntini ye. It is almost passes at the end effective 15th of November. All post entries which COR not paid shall also be affected by the reversal policy. There is a provision in ICOMS for customs to directly add or remove any item to enjoy or not to enjoy discount by all officers assigned to effect the change in ICOMS. We ayan krata one the pen be a trotro no baby wa be and answer me then I'm just say ICOMS has made provision for GRA customs to self-manage the discount reversal from their ICOMS user interface. When a pen and a normal actual was here. We a memoir and every GRA suye. E baby toja. Well, the entire public public discourse ni nyina kwa kwa ne bi anium. And na yewo hwa yen ka bi shem GRA4 website. Also review of discount on benchmark values. The attention of the Ghana Revenue Authority has been drawn to information circulating on social media with details of a list of products whose benchmark value discounts will be reviewed from Monday, 15 November 2021. Now listen. We wish to state that this document has not received policy approval for implementation. We wish to state that this document has not received policy approval for implementation. And I'm not sure what I'm going to say. I didn't effect it. I'm more effective. I didn't grab you. Well, I don't get it. Such policy approval, when obtained, will be communicated during the 2022 budget. GRFW. What do you go now? Yo, Modiate, your friend in see you. Now let me read this statement and I'm here who interview. I bet your phone of here, Kwakunowa, or your secretary, the MPP, a Jumaku and Yen. You see him about to impesuaso. EEE. And then, back when A1. Okay. And your EEA. Aguna East.
But you producer,
I can't know minister of Aguna East. Aguna East parliamentary candidate in 2029. Oh, yeah, Aguna East are now a millionaire.
Oh, never pay for business.
Answer.
Also, it's a loan.
Okay.
That's all right. That be fancy. The bar choir. The bar choir open crew.
Okay. What about it? Kwagu no wabeba. Mame enkwa ma no so na midi nkomo we, but mame read the statement we quick. Review of discount on benchmark values. So the atwetwe we ni nyina ba en no. Eti we efria Ghana National Chamber of Pharmacy. Woman de aba betudwa. Also, the attention of the Ghana National Chamber of Pharmacy has been drawn to the information circulating on social media with details of products, which include pharmaceuticals whose benchmark value discounts will be reviewed. However, members of the chamber are of the view that the local manufacturing sector provides 30% of the medicine needs in the country, with 70% of medicine imported. The removal of the benchmark on the pharmaceutical products will lead to the increase of prices of medicines and other medical supplies. The impact will result in a high cost of healthcare delivery, with its attendant cost implication on the NHIS medicines bill. The NHIA medicine bill will also enormously increase as a result of the removal of the benchmark. Thereby, an imported pharmaceutical products will present two cardinal effects to the state and the patients. A, the patients, the affordability, accessibility, and improvement of patients' care are the overriding objectives of the current benchmark policy for the pharmaceutical products. It should be noted that the removal will defeat the above objective. B, the state losses on the removal of the benchmark and the increase of the financial or the final retail price it paid for the medicines under the NHIA. Currently, the state is benefiting from the benchmark policy and as a result is able to pay health facilities through NHIA. This situation turns out to improve the cash cycle of the private sector, that is the importers, to integrate backward faster and expand the operation, resulting in job creation for the state. Therefore, Ghana National Chamber of Pharmacy urges the government to reconsider its decision of removing the benchmark on pharmaceutical products. Signed, Anthony A. Ameka, Chief Executive Officer. Mamiko Amanoso. Many Joe Fifi Yamwa Jr., Executive Secretary, the Pharmaceuticals Importers and Wholesalers Association of Ghana. Joe, Bemwa Joe.
Yes.
Bebato na uti say. Yede nyakopo ase. Enkrata ababeto abonte. Say moye part of the Ghana National Chamber of Pharmacy, right? Perfect so. Enkrata modi ababeto abonte fa ne ayetete yen yuntumo Edian e kamuti amodin krata by mususu say e confirmed. Say benchmark values no and one may be a cover including a pharmaceutical products no a dia aban baby ye free wana.
So that was no matter what you was was no as I said this benchmark value reversal some back here put a started a year some months back na enuntina as a cool no yadia to say a idea about into no a idea which is soon said reversal and no obey because it is the GRA as a state malaria agency or this from my brain or they can issue a communique or they can issue a release say that is what they intend doing. It's a very one say the same GRA reversal their top website say the reversal is pending the budget to be within come tomorrow Wednesday.
It's here no any more confirmation said yet biano benchmark values in the free ho. Sanity.
Yes, that's a confirmation. And let me put it on record today. Even as last week, members, the members request friendly. The minimum use kind of say if you shine nobody car and running the back. And they called me from airport that have the government reversed the benchmark value as of last week. I'm besides almost say, oh, they have been asked to pay the full cost of Wayno. And so quickly, I have to follow it up with some officials from DRA. They couldn't confirm. However, they told me categorically and said it is not something that cannot be done. And she said, I guess on Sunday, that's a DRA release effective for Mendra, no, 15 benchmark value of my stick house, no, reverse here. And then, you know, I didn't mention it. And I did my number to say, oh, yeah. That's the confirmation. It's something that is going to happen.
Okay.
And it has already happened. Yeah.
What would be the impact? Is you so bend a bit with the brain?
The simple and short answer is that the Mekra not say maybe discount on my kind of say charges 2%. That's a between on 1 city. This year we discount this people are they not about 3 cities. So the first implication is that the price of medicine is going up by a minimum of 50%.
Nah.
That is it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, air cost the charges no or you on a cost they affect importers on capital. And that it will erode our capital. I remember the one entering and go fed building back. So when you go farm back, that is strategy there and ever. Strategy any local manufacturers, they produce only 20% of what we need. So who fills the gap? It is the importers that's supposed to fill the gap. And so they're going to be shortage. And you know what that means to our healthcare system.
Jenimsa benchmark value was announced in 2019 budget, fiscal year budget. Na ansa na ma ye no. That situation it is saying. And maybe at this time you susu say you free wa edi o how bebre.
Okay, me dance. Na emba ya no. Na kaya it will be na okanya ba. You ended up even paying more than the cost of the items you have imported. It's not a cost of everything that was true. Now the cost of everything was true. Any other groups, any now, economic management, so we said, any abandoned way, any abuwa, the business community. Now, Ghana my as a Ghana my from 2019 I COVID by and which they are strategies by year. Then we do maybe prices of medicines is stable. As a share market to try open those masks. If I want to see when you be something to cost, open sanitizer, who can twist it when you can see. And so these are the effects of the benchmark value discounter abided by. As a share of the year, then we'll be going back to the era, not benchmark number, the value number, increase in pharmaceutical products. That is it.
Okay. Inti say ekoba say the idea teteno edokre ochena 2022 budget statements and financial year no economic policy no say your photo sound for the two janu yifiri hwa mo importers oha be na de bebre mo yanom so aye beto de afiri mo ho oha be na de bebre.
Okay, as importers, they are businessmen first and foremost. They are taking loans. They exchanging foreign currency. Now CD is CD dollar is 6.4. By December, the interest rate will be 6.6 and 6.7. And it's a very original budget. If you are, what it means is that the cost of doing business from a sector and other costs. The cost of you shouldn't forget that cost of production, cost of doing business is informs the price of items. What I say, it informs the price of items. It is the issue of the non-border cost.
Na enro na
we wish for.
Okay. Enro a benchmark values ye cover no. Yenye bi wo ye mayimu ana.
May I say? Sir, obi ka chew sir. Enro benchmark cover no ye bi obey one. Then the person is not presenting the full kind of say fact. The simple issue is that in 20% it is not even 50%. You see, and so for everyone to tell you that because they have and and I have heard other arguments that government wants to protect the local manufacturers. 20% when they have it is that gap 80%. So how are we going to meet that gap? Who will go probably hate so what happened? Then can you put an exchange to the buyer? You understand? So we shouldn't even go there at all. Say, and don't be and they are aware.
Okay. So you better say yenhwe anumu yakopon ya dom na unfortunate no yen na yentie de be firi maba ebi aye kan kra no ebi mpo a na aban amfa ne nsanka na fe ni yedi nkomo ne de firi ho.
Hallelujah.
Okay. Nyankopon ya dom ne yetie wi ade wo mu bia no ye betwe mabam na ye ne mode nkomo. Nyankopon sira ho.
Right.
Ha ye need 100.9 ye ne Joe Fifi Yamo Jr. or the Executive Secretary the Pharmaceuticals Importers and Wholesalers Association of Ghana. A woman ye under one umbrella ye from a ye Chamber of Pharmacy. A year the Ghana National Chamber of Pharmacy. On an ayeno, it didn't come on. Need 100.9. Why didn't you know the befa 050 372 1744 050 372 1744. Na oko ye Facebook live. And this way you need 100.9 FM. Need 100.9 FM and on your Facebook live. Pius Bido Bansen and Naomi Obena Wande Bomichido. Frema Banko na in charge of the social media handles sitting na. Abeda for not na say. Na ye Kingsley Haruna Amaleba na oye member of the NDC National Communication Team. Kingsley Madio.
Jerry, Mr. Yedi team, a bureau.
Oh, okay.
A communication bureau.
Communication bureau.
And a well-defined structure.
Okay.
Led by lawyers, Semi.
Okay.
And yet, Frefre Kobo.
Okay.
Yanum Dian and Frefre Kobo.
And Temudian bureau.
A bureau.
Member of the NDC National Communication Bureau.
That's it.
Thanks for the correction.
Exactly.
Kingsley, me about to say.
Senior Major also.
Good. And this is now reading me. A lot of the other year, papa. Na, mamin ko binuya Samuel Ayukwe. Na Sami Enso member of the Liberal Party of Ghana, LPG, Udru Agona Easter. ono ena no ye omo parliamentary candidate se wo Agona East about one person so ani central region ni nyina na LPG ono kra no ye hwe anim so ne ba be chairman wo ho na wa hwe LPG ne so e wo ho sami memo akwa aba
yeja
e ba cho ho tisen
Yankopon adom ne mo mpai bo
ye de Yankopon ase good na Kwaku Noah
my brother
Kwaku Noah nso eye secretary e wo adwumaku enyen esi am about one person so na Kwaku so obedience say
oh say market show the experience I get an easy busy party in your constituency.
Party chairman, constituency party chairman. Ewo NPP demo. Adwumaku enye the CM. Iti Kwaku so aye part of my team ne de. Na me team ne de obi a corporate position bi a me support o mo. Iti Kwaku corporate de na je se Kwaku. Ye hwese mpanyfo bi etu bibi abekọ yi. Memo akwa bana bibi aboko. Central region mo ye.
Oh, Yankopon adom.
Yede Yankopon ase.
Yankopon adom.
Yede nyame ase.
Obiya no ye.
Yede nyame ase.
What's me kan jodo wo cho?
Oh, mejo omo so. Mejo omo do pa na say one day obefa me na ade me ko adesua na
wo
adesua na wo break it da. Wo sua dia wo break it da.
Na wo me nda bia so ye busy. Anapanesia your friend asemidika wopu ya na mami oto wachi wo hwe ebe buara se mi ko maso na ebe
masa bronya we Yankopon bronya we ye nyina ye nkwa abrochire eti o men bronya we be fami ko wo village wona mi ko jimen
bronya we eba
fami ko mpona no
o ya wo ye yipo abe asefo
oh okay
abe asefo
oh that's
aho ne so kranti ni mahu dare renam
oh
otwisu so mahu
dare afi mi bronya itinerary ne me de mani be kire wo
awbra
na ye mehwe de okoso
bra ne be di adwuma kwa mpesi
that's all and one on a simple okay what you try also the befa 0503721744 abedwa fo no ai krado Kinsley Yankopon ya adoma ochina ye hwe anim se budget afi edi ye nimi year 2022 isi kasem said ye be kono no the photo sam for the babe to ye nim woche this current situation edien na ebema wa expect to be free ochina budget in maba
minchi abusuafo ajebreti free no crew awon me yedwuma na minchi yana mama shomo ha minchi the leadership of the National Democratic Congress and Laji Sharif Nasiru, who is a NEC member of the NDC. Ideally, I was expecting to say Kabe Satia free MPP Nini Susan one on our tiabem. On the budget, maybe ready a man.
Normally, no, I follow the protocol. Baby, you're about first.
Baby, I want to have only.
Baby, protocol. Next time, I'm late.
Maybe already have fun. I will just see how I can handle this one.
Yeah.
The number one expectation, if any, about budget I be redo or channel that budget no able to galam say organ for bottom. That's number one.
What expectation? No.
Mampini kufuado elsumani mamenu aba. All the Ghana sika seminar shannon sa. No I any poto for the past 5 years and say omrambe to galam say organ for bottom. That is number one.
How?
Yes. Inti Ghana ni be functional junumu say. Budget I able to jaw watch nano. It's going to move us from bad to worse, from frying pan to fire. Only my bawe won. Maka, someone penny kufuado. And the government, they are worse than Yahoo boys.
Hey.
Yes. No crepa, no crew womanum, a bini hoda. So, bo, honorable Kenoforiata, the voice. As I'm no kind. Omoko 600 bed hostel. The Makaya yet or bullshit, me boy. Yen ansia na pamo mamo ton jende o. O se lo musisi hifa.
Debi omugun hihye so.
Dr. Mahamadu Bawumia, men kaso mugun hihye so on my timeline.
O se next month.
Next month.
O redeem November.
November 2020 19.
Yeah.
Against the 2020 fiscal year.
Fiscal year, yeah.
Almost see. Next month na showing on since 2019. Next month na buy. The same spot. ɛna Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia, His Excellency the Vice President, ɛkɔ gyina hɔ ka kyerɛ Google ofisifoɔ sɛ, saa adeɛ kyena wo sɔre na pana wo dware wi a wobɛne anaa meboa ɔsɛ yɛyɛ. Yɛbɛsi toilet ama mo, toilet no mo asi. And I can go on and on and on. But you see, baby, I don't want to engage in the verbal acrobatics and the useless gymnastics as thrown by the government. Forget about the economic indicators of Mokano. All are bogus.
Indicators in a bogus?
They're bogus because you have put you in places, political apparatchiks and cohorts who are willfully and unprofessionally manipulating figures and churning it out to meet the government agenda. Yeni Krumha. And my senior brother, Honorable Isaac Kadongo, MP for Bolgatanga Central, I can several times, including our own flag bearer, His Excellency former President Mahama, say Kenoforiata is willfully cooking the books by hiding some high-profile debt from our national debt stock. They haven't. But the reality no that's how they splash it on the face. You go Kruma and a binocle reading the budget. No catcher say they are going to reduce a debut of some debut my friend the benchmark values. And that benchmark values, the whole thing is say you want to be to your master say the bear importers and this government did that knowing very well at the time of Moyen say because of their mismanagement and recklessness and ineptitude of their governance structure and behavior, they are going to create gaps that they cannot fill it. And eventually, they will bring the hardship back to the people. But let's look at one thing. A bang where eba kunyasho, near kaya de asomine, near 120 billion Ghana cedis. And then, a kana kwa makroso 340 billion Ghana cedis. So over 125 billion, 225 billion Ghana cedis. And how some say, ya name poor boy. One significant project. Unlike Muhammad time, ya kojebo sembi the bar. Those monies were invested into the economy to build a resilient infrastructure. One, that will open the economy, and two, create jobs. Now, we are buying to generate sufficient revenue towards national management and national budget support. This government have never done that. And mind you, the government have no option than to bring in more taxes. And don't say, about the 2 galam so Ghana for bottom. Because the CIA can say, look at the dollar cedi ratio 625-635. What about the pound? On 8 echo 9. The euro NM7 echo 8. All the major currencies are beating our national currency down. And importers need more money to need more cedis to exchange in the bureau and in the forex into few dollars to go and import their goods. All the goods they have to make their profit. And at the end of the day, the hardship, that the cost of of that product are being pushed to the final consumer, who is you and I war about so I kokotos are goods. Owning. Can't here the case in our unibu. Baby or minor babedruno. No one would expect say Kabana because of trying to check Ghana for. At least initially. Come on, my young baby, you didn't say and you man ko ye. Therefore, you enter your home. Niam teacher ya bosswa. Ghanaians would have accepted that. Now, catch your business on tightening the belt. Government should be the first people to tighten their belt. Are they tightening their belt? No.
Is the government not doing
President
enough?
Akufo-Addo is cruising like a Arabian king, bathing in the air and drinking wine and champagnes with Abrofo. But don't forget, abandoning perfect say approach I now used in 2020 towards 2020 elections was very populist and needless, and indeed also sustainable. But they continue to tell the lie to the people. Why? Because their focus was elections. But what happened after the elections? Damn the consequences. And that is exactly what the government is doing. What makes us free water and should free? Immediately after the elections, free water and free light. Honorable Kojo Opon Kruma, the Honorable Minister for Communication.
Yeah.
Echo Joy News for cancer. Free water no, a creative fiscal gap to the tune of 19 billion Ghana cedis, and government need money to fill that gap. Therefore,
isn't that the reality?
They have to introduce taxes. Who forced government to do that?
Yeah.
Who forced government to do that?
But is it wrong say about subsidizing?
Who forced government to do that? Was it free in the first place? Wasn't free. In any case, say see a form once some kind of camp on the face value. Did all Ghanaians benefited from their so-called free water and light? Oko adanse group Mr. Makura say o yinin kania oho. But on top petrol born now cost on the car omo for car, they are paying higher for the very cost they didn't benefit from. Okay? Besides that, abano kofa bola tax aba. That tax is not on the abano. What is the use of those? What are the use of those taxes to the ordinary Ghanaian? Nothing. More hardship. Previously, omo kofa zero tax ebai. We spoke against it severally. They didn't do it. It was towards the election somewhere June, July 2020. And a honorable kind of at the mid-year budget review. Taxes review. And of course, communication service tax. At the time when COVID that bank data, we made a lot of public outcry. They never listened to it. You see, the arrogance.
But there were some of the taxes in being so are buying a year free.
And what are those taxes? What are those taxes?
17.5 financial services tax.
Senior, because it's an insult to the people. Because
1% special import levy.
Dr. Indum was one of the renowned public sector players in this country. GN Bank in Kwano no employ over 15,000 staff across the country. Dr. Moaben, or Dr. Dufo, Mr. Moaben, Maginaku, Sedu Agongo, mention the rest. Over 437 banking and non-banking financial institutions. Quite apart from the fact that these institutions were legally registered Ghanaian companies. They were paying taxes to the government. Corporate income tax, they were paying monthly to the government of Ghana. What are they paying? Women staff no so bosume Omojo musika, they pay SNET, they pay income tax. Government was making revenue. Abroad to more decenti, ye pesika mabushenti, you collect all the banks. And then, those institutions are no more. And you Ghanaians who haven't been angry enough against President Akufo-Addo and his government. And these people had the guts, look at us in the face, go to parliament, and then introduce a tax there for us to pay. Banking sector cleanup levy. You see, how much time we're making noise. By this time we have kept quiet. Evil thrives when good people refuse to speak. And he who partially tolerates evil without condemning it is indeed cooperating with it. This is our trouble. This is where we are today. So the government have tested the pulse of the people to see that no one is reacting. The people who talk about it is only NDC as a political party. The masses out there have decided to remain silent. This matter have nothing to do with NDC. It has everything to do with all of us. Because the mismanagement, look at the revenue. Over $225 billion Ghana cedis have been borrowed so far. One hospital for Omunsi, one university Omunsi, one teacher training college Omunsi, one senior high school Omunsi. Omun for a block back and to form for affordable housing in this country. Omun ma community, one community. Omun linking one community to the national water system. How many villages do Omun light in this country? Yeah, quite a pram and even in the city of Accra, go to Odosai, Ablekuma, your friend baby, Jamestown, and Portemore. If you live there, go there and see the nature of road people are applying on. This is the situation we are in as a country. Then the government continue to borrow towards consumption. You will come her and they cannot forget to come up with Sebedi Kenke or Ministry of Health or the same finance. We kept quiet. Or they can hear. Near Kayan or Tamsano, and the command in your penny care, or my penny Kufado, or Flagstaff House. And the candidate or the air, or the high plane, no John William, or the Sawabruninum. So, this is the country we are in. This This is the behavior of the government. You get it? So these are the people who are leading the country. But what about them? They promised Ghana for say Mahama government is insensitive. And therefore, that time, not pay to 14 cities and not pay to 31 cities. And our budget will even push the petrol product further because Papa man of friend on the castle crab friend
pharmaceutical
good
person.
So the local pharmaceutical industry now they are producing only 40%.
Okay.
Under capacity. You hear additional 60% in order to meet the local demand. That 60%, where are we going to get it from? Importers are going to import, or the local pharmaceutical industries have to import additional 60% to support our local needs. Now, only that benchmark values everywhere. The effect is that prices of goods are going to shoot up immediately. One, the increase in petroleum product and my headache dada. And two, what's the coins are benchmark values everywhere? And the businessman be push prices to the consumers.
Yeah.
In the midst of all, what we are expecting from authority is sobriety and some level of sympathy towards the plight of the people. Is that what we see? No. We are crying. But I'm paying for our fat plane. Make us say, or to live band as of France, or Jin and Nimon Amobre,
or go leave.
Or go leave. Is it time to go to leave? Or to go on leave?
Sir.
Ye bre yete kuma ye wunu. Wo small near back and for the same. Mamma near back. Why wouldn't you can for the same? Offer to a megu come near Tia. Bagger for one children. Nancy can't care what
what can you say? Sadia way, sir, maybe I think I'm saying ahead of 2020 and a 2019 budget. And the tax way, Baba, and the tax way, Baba, I feel budget in my better.
Fine, you see. I was saying last week, if I don't was a budget on the bar last week. And what chance were they ban? And don't forget it. Don't forget it. 17. Don't forget it. The illegalities of this government is so obvious.
Oh, how?
What? They may even decide about quite your first in Yoma. Musuba in a say, what do you see to Motia Bank? So what is Kano to Obeje? One fan control showing call Befa Obeje free one. That's the behavior of these people. They have so many ways on Befa and they just get a film for to me Ukruma. Okay. And the Bosia Bainabo, Ka Emin or Mino, international community no any GDA Biara award the Ghanaian economy nimu and some conflict bonds are afro. They are coming back home in order to exploit the people so that they can be able to raise some revenues to support their lavish and ostentatious lifestyle and living, not towards the plight and mitigating the hardship of the people. So I can only sympathize with the people out there because the economy haven't created jobs. They will be 2 years old. And at the moment as we speak, there's absolutely no hope for the ordinary Ghanaian out there. I cry for myself and I cry for the millions of Ghanaians on the street. But we must resist. Second, for us to add the new taxes bar, we as a people, it's time for us to go out to the street in their numbers and to prove our protest and show this government saying enough the hardship, enough the insensitivity, and enough.
All right.
Thank you. Then a bush of force on your way campaign on Monfa.
Let us say Samuel Ayukwe LPG parliamentary candidate Agona East 2020. Your 15 minutes. First.
Meda Nate FM for nyina ase asanda wasema Jerry edwuma pa oboma my Ghana. Asa chia we listeners nyina ni wahwefo mo share on Facebook live. Minsanchia me senior brother Samali by ya me ekromuni edwuma ku bisiase incoming MPP constituency chairman. Me chia no so. Na yan konsam no so me there sir bench where anyway I don't want to go there.
Okay.
Let me focus on the taxes.
Okay.
And the impact. I'm going to speak as a businessman, which is who is having effect. Me in Kasati is a politician, and because maybe you do any membrane or say economy. Unim taxes. That import duties so ni nyamano minya anuyedi. Ekuyen. So me bomb pa eso china. A finance minister ebe.
Yeah.
No akase okay ye hwe mu ehun say taxes eji wo man for no ho no. Ex presidential packages e de mo no do so dodo. ye pese subsidize taxes and enti ye twem ebe me de pa eniame bia ye hunu se unnecessary spending asa nkrofo na so sanya tumi a omosa anya tumi wo kasafidie so a ombema ni look it say party for it so me can both side cause omosu na opposition come be the same party it so and onu de obo man form isu making omo nyina wo ex leaders o mutifie hwe package e de mom ex president okona hoje mu a yes every 4 years bia e beto aba for president fufu bia o say ma ex president 2 V8 niema ni 2 saloon cars
depending upon the recommendation from the presidential emolument committee.
Yes, but so far list na ba na wom e kan ho o membie ma ona kan
oh me hu
e kan ho se wonim se e kan ho enti ma ni looky brofu we ma omo listeners ni hu say two parties ni nyina omo no omo boga na man for
okay
because in Kauye ex-president awo fie mu nyina mu ye two parties na mu ye ex na mu wo fie mu hu so man ni hu kire na mu amukọ radio ni TV ye mu campaign amuka so man ni mu aye din oman ni mu aye din no na ka mu nyina mu gye oman honu maba together na maka say no ye ne ex-president mu de package we ma ye mpebium oman ni mu aye din mu fancy school dan mu fancy hospitals e mo man no because oman ni mu aye din enso mo beje ni nyina esifie mo mma betwi mo yere mo betwi na ye di increase taxes ma me ne we etua because ye di tofu o tifie o ma ya oban adwuma ewi o mu tifie no o ma be ya aban adwuma ni bi onye so o mu nya bi me ne we nya bi nya o ma ba benya bi aye 4 years 8 years 16 years o mu tifie ye se da bi o mu betena so no mu nya hwe because na ni focus nya so o hwe o man itu we nya hwe na o di court na efie enu ti o say edien yetua no etua ne garden boy etua de paper ne shoe de prapra dem de water garden de hwe gate ano ye wi asan tofu o ye wi asan mo musika kakra hwe mo asan mo travel allowances esu sankrofo we be san ba betena se aka se o man ni mu aye din esu sika no half of taxes no e ko sankrofo ni nyina ho. Are we serious in this nation? Today I had almost 2 hours meeting with Chinese company many omu ye adwuma mo nkran. And if you next ade e kofa a free factory nim no ye the 5 cedi nkwan eto so 5 cedi increment ni e bon komo a o se a materials ni ba duty etua na akosoro because dollar e rise na no so rise enu ndan chen so a ye sign ba fuel e di be gu mu kra be distribution sama mo so no yatum ti nyama boy di ti o se increase. So the end result hwan the end result here me we Ghana ni na ye ba beto the final consumer. I'm not speaking book accounting wa ha me can the physical ground. What people are experiencing is what I'm putting on the ground. And you see the sasika nyina sha mo sase e fa nkwohwe mu ofie because ma be serve your mind na ka mu nyina mo reject and ye di so taxes ni mu kakra anka ye anti duty so ma me ni nyina ye kofa nya ma yeso nya kakra me age workers mo so aba be ye bi we asan ko tuatua ho taxes na taxes a me ni wa ye business ye tua no yes 4 years edu ex president ka o use na dada eti mo man santo V8 mienu ye santo saloon cars mienu with taxi ka ni age free ho na ye mia ho no live luxurious life na ye mbre. So there are a lot of resources asike komo useless they betumi aboa ni nyina no na they are subsidizing port duties because chewing stick nyina me nua ye kokra na edeba chewing stick edi enum ye friend na dance di edua enu didi wie na opie na edi dance sampa wa ko didi enu nyina ye kra na edeba o man we. So we should know that the increment of everything comes from the port and our fuel. Nipa no kofa nyama na what to duty ni mo de ba no so betum me a me kofa no so a metum ni etutum saa de ko. So you don't see any development. You don't see anything at taxi can here. Impo emom no. Omo ti ho mo ko tax two men no man this cano. Anya me ni wo. Omo no mu di ya ne ebreti ye ni so fifre san ko gina wi asoto abama won. Ta mo nko na mo ma niam mu nya mrema ye na Ghana fo esu etumi anya bi ahwe fi ahwe oman. Ya mfa sika ne nra kro ni makro fo na nya sika na mfa anya adwuma. Untumi njeje wo taxes a obaji ni yi. Esa se untumi nje obi unemployment tax. Obi onye adwuma tifie de o ye de ene tax. You see, but You say the more workers, the more taxes. The more companies, the more revenues. And why don't we even subsidize for these factories? So no, more ye nyama e de boy ye mine. Ya ji workers say me say mo nko factory nko hwe say de etua workers. Ghana ha was a ketua kosro ne nkwan ya ketua de ye te so ya ntum. Obi ye dwuma rubber factory, obi ye dwuma sa hero factory say me bobo obodin a. Say nyama increase here, almost salary ba form fa phone na from na bi so. Because payment I say the man no enema boy dey e bia free o dey akofa niama dey aba untumi akotena fie adwuma no so bi ni ho so you have to do it so mo betumi anko mo be kan na so meka so okay import especially our company wa ha we production we way e bia me say utumi ho ebi mu light bill na we machine say sim. So what are we doing about all these things? You feel said they are consuming more. Why don't you provide plants who near subsidize diesel na fu mom so that they can operate all the time and employ people? And I mean, and they are all running away. Omu nyina ko. Omu minimum omu ko yakra there 4-5 they omu relocate omu company to say Togo ye Freeport. I a Freeport. Omu ni baby a Freeport. Yeah, na kontena hanya dey. Oko no benya Freeport, no be more production, no enya more people etua mu ye, no benya ne profita, ot he etua duty kese, esa betua light kese, esa betua nsuo kese, tax we for ba, we for so ba, we for o san pe kwan kra de akọ ne factory no akọ edwuma so akwan ne nyenso to tumi nko. Now so until no mind him. The benefit to her ni saying. So please, we will beg them. Tell your masoki nation ni dry na ye. Yenti de aka no so more companies wo ha. Foreign companies so local companies so no mutumi bi adwuma ma amanfo nkonye adwuma nya ne ntu omusika papa. Esan say if these people are the people that can bring development here. Na taxes ni tu ni kwa wa onye production wonya hwe wa ha, woni factory wa ha. Woni hwe betumi ama employment wa ha. And those here who are creating employment for us, our people to do no so a mu miom they are going back. And you people are living luxurious life, and you come and sit on radio and TV.
So you as an entrepreneur, as a business person, who say taxes are yeju man mono e overwhelm and ebroso.
Ebroso. Na ebroso no so kranye ni nyina na kwa ban ho. You know, because I dey fa so geno no, yenji ni ye. Etinye ni nyina na kwa ban ho. Because I kwa akoje tax. And I say unim say you try target na mom. Revenue fund. You try target na man. Ebi out the whole of this month. O target ni. And notice so about factory we no about company we. No betumi nya ne target na half a few who are no dey go so say chom. Eti foreigners no mo shada ni mu ye no. Then they will pay. Omo no mo bre because when they go, no, this is the tax you are supposed to pay. They put it on them. Or a foreigner, he has to pay. But how come no go through the right procedure? No be say sika eji and nya the same sika dey because sometimes they negotiate, they bargain.
But you know what? So what share a mind be specifically the media may read the history year China. China baby China no na ente say you.
Yeah.
But the do baby a o mind no ye dene. But sabre no na one more the tax and so show mo kon. So one betimi ajeje na etimi ama o mind no etimi akoyeti. Ekwa no mo free balance on baba bedru.
Said ya omo ye omo die no. Omo starting with cheap labor. Companies China omo developing na free other countries na call because of cheap labor. Unim say Apple ni ye use all the assemble no. So omo call purposely because of cheap labor. And the people were able to input their people. That there be particular place where how you den I was say China needs to me jina hobby. Ebi e ho ne produce bibi. Ye mixi bibi, ye bibi. E was say ye de ho ama onkwan say baby factory na bra de ma China ni baako and they were able to learn omusua ade no. Omusua ade to the extent say omo adwuma no omo huye. So now the Americans are not getting them cheap again in cheap labor. Adwuma so omo huye. Then the government started increasing taxes. Because oye we are American company on tax na kosun tutu be dwane na local ni na otumi yesisi ano. Onu etua less tax no.
That's almost strategy different.
So you don't just look at how they started raising their taxes and used to just beginning. You are now can say beginning. No, Bibia was less because some person foreigners ne ba ho na adwuma ba o man nim na factory na we see on. Oh, kwa be peja na de akọ. Peja, you later come in agreement with the government. Now we be a percentage now be no asan ko okrum and na half no musuan no they are producing it now. So you only import the raw materials. And raw materials in be brief ya na eko. Nti yehu ya why are we taking the raw materials there and bringing it back? That is how they did it. And you saw sorry no mutum. Almost started so mutum no. And my foreign companies nya say oh there be. Yeah, said the anyama na cost on there. You relocated to your chrome and I yanko crew for froso. Then they took over. And now China is producing everything. Onu the here say send me picture how you want it. Obechama.
Yeah.
You see, they've been able to even do more than those who came to lecture them about it. But yet they are increasing. Almost to me microphone bem momo nchira and unti omu nyina akɔhyɛ kɔ na ɔmo ayɛ na ɔmo de aba mo de end users mo na mo be baage mo na mo be kɔ akɔtɔn ye de ye nkyerɛ mo. So we have a lot to do. And without decreasing taxes for them, masa omo mbie sa nyama we nyina because on to me. Obre ɛyɛ sa ɔkɔ onya hwe. So yen hwɛ hɔ no mo taxes nsɛm no ɛma any company say what or mining mu no their taxes their bills. Yen subsidizing mom no mutumi mbie adwuma na ɔmanfo nya adwuma ne bi nyɛ. Na fasa taxes ne to so ma workers no.
The banter between AGI and the importers. Those in the importing industry.
I'm telling you, and some of the things, if they increase taxes, I'll be fine. Some productions say cost increase the tax. Say they be to me import bimba.
Okay.
Then you be trying now. I'll be fine. Because I didn't hear you into you crabia by the end of the because obi or no akra raw material no ya didn't be wahano. Oh maninya oh competing with market. Obedi nya shipping cost ni bibia ne film. What me I say? And say if the person is doing the production here, you're subsidizing the taxes. Say or importing the same product, him say we will grow dia, increasing the tax. That's how some of the foreign countries are doing.
How you need 100.9 for you in China for 0503721744. And post 2022 budget discussions and what we are asking this evening, the ABC say what expectations at the end of what you share. Ocha was sitting him, Ocha said the normal qua. At the end of Susu said 2022 budget. A bit me de abro. Kwakunoa. Mona moa bam kwaku.
Yo. What's the kind? Maminchi from Pimp my imbre. Wait, oh, yeah, neat. I imbre na Monfan Chakase. Unquaba in Cassim. Mfamoma Pina Kufuado. I na busy, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Afi Impaibosun Kunkoma, and Finance Minister, Yaminado. Domain Sumosun Takracho. On Yami had more China or Babakan kind, budget, may na yehu. Yakwam a bossy car. Yeah, it's busy a few days, it's busy me as I call. Na me mean China, Mother Quadmaco in a Siam, even man too. My Jerry, a cada baba one now. Pia Jemufone in a hair. I am Funadina was my ganjo there. What was when you pa? It's in Mamba, and that's for China Baba.
But it's
betu. I'm by it's betu. Mark Jerry, Marisha, Makasaso, or China budget, and more woman. The finance ministry, by a press release, was a something like a summary. Abamokum. But at Mark Jerry, Mamma Shassin fee, baby. Let me, Mark Jerry. You been a cast young Quarasa. Second, the main UTV news been a universe friend was where I said, my mere school fees. I see you be a young Quarasa, young your school fees. Ya kasi and best school I am back. Mark Jerry, you were man,
yeah.
And then Bibi Honor said, in Kadri Bachim, what friend where read the budget. In Candibo who mess with Crumbay. And in cry. To obey the budget to be a him about them. It's in there. Or your Jans one, or fellow Jans one, or be a dog chromo couldn't grab. And they wouldn't have. In one of them.
Is it no masses?
Missing there one of them. I bang their brethren. Maybe I them name of friends. And that's why I didn't bet him were really 1 week to budget. You can't so can ya. What may you be here? You can't maybe I'm afraid go be as a before because be a quoting grabber. Obi to ko di gwa be na watwa because what be yin him there what about them na what to me with effective from the date or where chiro what ready we na him atutum na rekodo numpo amanfo na Ghana man nyatsema na ntase osanda ofin no mu adwen wode no hunsu no wode no ya Magari, you were my maso. 20 imbre anansi anana do akufo ado be na minority bag no way. Na ke aka nde baasa. Azire be chimo we read the budget be why by budget breakfast budget meeting. Minority in parliament. Bentra fi wan ye. Because they bia wo bans mo bekan na akoye kohwi. Eka kubi wo ye wiem wo bekan sam Ghana be dey tetre ye ntument na ha dem da wo ye ina chade obi ampo nwan. Adichi wo read the budget n ehwa na we na wo the one side to wotire ho bi mpo the social media the man so ever spa o. Iti benti dan de so wo jetum de ma na first no wo ye another no wo pere abatu nti na wo ye dem inde benti na afi wentu ma ye dem breakfast budget meeting no one friend industry players one friend media one ye debate man na de bia ya wo ye ake eprabe ma bo but Ghana no mbra na ye di adwuma wa hye da mfia nan Entire sabe iti for makasre wako na ntube nanto utu na wako na wa net no bring alternative dem na yehwe de bia de mazo ye omo na de bia asamko o man pay na akufo ado wa akwa fani bakwaku amafo na em no dem nka man no em yamanfo em atma no kasa Nyana unye faga kanya kada NDC fon kote wo kasa na wo sure Ghanaians wo bebe kan won
amanfo bi
ami me nyoma afo
gwagu
yes me too
amanfo bi ka se eto budget dey eto beba asa ya sense signal
mpachoti budget has always raised anxiety among the people instead of make sure that aban bi abredo ni wo baka budget a nkwafo kokogozigwa ende kozigwa metempo nsumpo nsukwa ndi wana reframe wato nso abrewa osande wejeti de ochine nzuwo ntum nti mpebi mpongu njai ye be nsukwa ndi wana na reframe wodi nso abrewa what's the poverty is not having hope it's not having money but not having hope iwe hidado wana waso mai ma yedini wo tonye sika kwa pro Ghana na was me akoto abama maare nso me ba da masra manto abama at ni pay some da do bia wa kwato aba aware osme ko round ma kwada ase owie oba ha yo man na ni TV wo twetwe media houses ka me press conference me da ase da mo kwato aba na maare mbia bie magari enu yes kan wa to na wa ta ho yes kan wa to wo kwa pro no sabe wo ka na wo pia nye petro ya was want me to en wo gumu wo ko anamu na wo nanto wo ba yero yankade sabi high heaven na akuko obaji abropim wo hwene pa no eje okwanyo ase obia boyume buro we onyam mebufu nyam ahi de okoku adoa ni se hyasekan anko do obi se mumbo man bi da ene ke beka do mummoze mamuri keze bia bukita adwene bia mozeba ba mo abetro man do se yehwe ye ba 1992 mumbo mebo man ma akyere pa anambu babajari munu matina be do ache ye cho otabangwado na Ghana fose wunduma na wonhihye ade no obonko onye wotu abeta obuburija lukwa we hu hantwe twempo atimi se wan fa mo mecho ho leta komo otumfo isan better one san to abemi o amafu tu ito de wo membu nso anyi ai no wo besu rank wan so ma my brother ba yensa infom na nsembe brebi keke kan a mpere mo wurawuram da ekwo wiaza afa na yinara onya Ghana nko ni na CNN open Goldman Sachs sayim one was about to the best man zamana boro kwaso no wa America mamu nya de ba ni na kwagina yaru ko ze ewu onya Ghana nko covid na magari awere ripo ya agba anu mpo ekwozigwa aba nupo wase chichire wano na wo na yipa mu nkuta wo zipo ba ya na adi wonza ma di kwogom mpo suro yegudo ayel kese ya nkasa yembo de se cross baby o membi su we cross o membi mpo ekokwo wo mbo mpo besinde wonje baby o intidam kro no so one why friend there or friend day a product ko mo why today so see one why na one boy budget kakra no wana na ba den e boton na economics kakra me ye man yan kwachi kakra me ye kire there demand and obro supply da o man zaman bu ya den akwaso anambo when demand exceeds supply price will always what go up. Is that not the case? That is the case. It's in Brazil. You have to about them. Maybe in Kobimban. Kakra one a year. Open. Open. What in America? You Ghana go to you. I know we are free. The other countries. Trade in Kwado. Here, Mickey Eleganza. Nanjiri say up to Naka shop. Makwa Bushel Kiaka. What's it been? But now no what the Togo. One boy no what the Togo now the Cote d'Ivoire. GPO say APG. And what for March now what's it be one shadow one yabi. Na the baby often one way. Opinion. So
you are implying say your COVID in Tina. Emma,
on Ghana, but we are trying on
your young one.
Oh, Dabby. Oh, yes, as my American, Dabby, yeah, can dollar some. The dollar aquasol, made due to aquasol. The bad no man, Yanisika, now was in aquasol. A same day war a friend, a free zone act. Well, Yasham brother, in Kwafu obey judgment part, 2 boy about to Ghana Investment Promotion Center, never act a matter. It better the moon is shedding either but war. Yazet to the Yaban Kwafu by Yama, Yazaboko export. When you are even within the free zones, you cannot even sell more than 30% of your product in the country. Although you are in other the exchange rate right yes, this kind of say. See Sierra, but you good hurricane. Share them a year was bad, them benchmark yours bay. About Adrina no dear children, then you're free there. On due to seminars, didn't see. You're nearby port now, one. Nkwafu kranya ma wade for no Africa ase no wade aba into amani rehrisika the lemna za yanya hihye bia obemma duty na den abefom am wade for ho but see an ndem me tell argument bebre AGI as AGI against your friend Guta na AGI kada ana where the men say no yen port revenue na there port liftings na kwosoro na kwosoro. Let's just look at all those things. But yen abenyo this na you or yen frujuma or ya one district one factory ya pere ye gbo njuma mahia so ejuma ba because gbo factory until the akwafare bottom se gbo factory more ya raw materials no ejuma for ejuma but ya nkasa yen inchi na show man history from colonial time ni na no yen economy na kwaya buy and sell because yen kokopo wa for her just what the kwa brochi no akwaya ni mulo akwaya ni chocolate wa da aba me ya kokra ba na ya botan yenu gold wa for her ma just refine you crump the binya up to date just ya dekọ ni akodan de the box side ni na wa for wa dekọ nti ya nyama ni na akoye koto boton nti ma yan produce bi bi nyi wo but emi kakra mi giram tena ma bread de okay mi na ya adwene ye de dem wa friend afodi mbra dem gutafo has my working sir jumani bi wo no woye bi tira pharmacy yan yin ken o se 40% ndu na yan ibi ndu no woye o ya men bi o ye kode ana o ye paracetamol sir dem no woye da enu sakra amen bi de bada enu no mo for dem awon hanu yadan nso wasen mo fa awon hanu yadan nso wasen because amemiri ye bi wa ha na wo so ko akokra because one systems are there gum na hu aban na ga so companies no wasen but yes
are you saying say when AGI for na yadwe say aban hwe na sa benchmark values no normal ye no wan ye fan free ho because yes no many bi wa na normal na wan emiti ye demand sa what the market space
ya shas ni na ye di banchi fufu na o se kwa me despite kofa bai ogbo yan mo hu da banchin bi o akofa bai ji se tufom na da ahye ho idi nsuhwe agudo bi o mpo agbasha fridge m bodo mpo na agbo kaka nti wa ye need fufu ana amboa me ye ina ya atu agudo a ye di need fufu ana amboa nti yan demand o meet him o hen Mageri yan demand o hwe Mageri dem ma work kan wasem yan hu ebi o mpo atam tam ne patents ya no da akọ China no da ewu kente na da wa print fi China ba maga ewu de bayi ni bi
o wa de say ni bi
enti ma ye kanye de mo ya ma mi gina mi de ma wa ya wo han ma ye botu ma yen ma ye so obi na sin de onya wa han ore yen ehu ye mbu emu kwan do obi so nkofa because mo kofa ba no ono din de so if you de so akọ mo no de ba no onye had the price no on beat and price and ko be no wa akọ ye wo if a new town wa ye wo infriduma bebre wo ya printing but bet na aban craft ya nko do wadi what's work ko India no yin chim no da meti ko fia mo aben wo kwame safakan ni program do also in the book no nam do wo dem Ghanaian concept nti okọ India okọ China nka obenyan me ne boy den owo fom na printing another adwuma no igudure ya no na wo mfiridwuma no do so nti ade bia nke obi ho ma bia package no do yi peso me yan onam da wo yan akasa minti we afire ode ya dem bag na ode ya package na o ya de ne wa ha nti opin ma ya kan de start na bi wa ha ehu ode ya bo local industry shi no wo ho ban se bi yi bi wa ha go say there's one crime brother na wo craba opin sa it's American as se ye bi da no mo che bi e bo kwa craba because o ya da ye hia na start bi wa ha na se emimri ye bi aban si yenye one district one factory aban equal parliament okoje tax waivers odima dem factory si a warrior the major we ha na so wo wie na so obi su boko akofe bi fi amanaze ba aboton ma amanaze gwa na akwaso adina di fi amanaze ba say mo na dere ba kan wunde apart from company na oyemu wo ebia Thailand anade India lokwafa aban company no oyen rebua dem oman ne kwafo because company no obey mo boto afia kwafo nti na bia won obey sika na yan da bia aso asese na wi ya be kada dollar na ho de na idan aburu yan ya de no do na yan so ye na wo ba oboto kwala nka yan so be sika ni bi na eye na mu New York kan sem bi de ya gbobosa kwan po bankran kwan po ya mo anten kran fa mantem ya fa new town ya fa bi new agbaje na new town agbaje na if I dan would do homo me wo print me yi bi wo ma me ko yi wo ma park me afi me bayan was was the quarter la aguma chirinti just am twan ma de chima e wa na ma akọ nto no hivo no to wan kran mo tin de nkran po wan kwan de bia wo so ya wan ka de kra wa ye wan ka nti pokwa sin taje no wuni on say then we be ma get up ko fa bo so kan wa wo ye
pokwa sin taje engineer dey say debatable
if debatable
because
no the fuck my brilliant mass and science no one debating fuck no one debating fuck no one debating
a debate
what's yensi school that what's yensi school that krumpo ko wo friend there bosompem say secondary school na west one for them at na you know say bosompem in the Ashanti region say inwuni ndi am you jira me kase yara yamu ya adu mo china koda project about by 3-4 away with my queen this yam Jerry riba we bobo ya no
Jerry no why
Jerry Coastal Development Authority see orbit mako one of from also aguna in a way bia aguna east yes and then aguna east they commission projects there they commission school buildings there in Aguna East.
And then it's under the
Coastal Development Authority. Okay. I can show you pictures here. It's if you are what the Wobia Aguna East are friendly bisan. Now open
one minute.
Meji sino. Mamara kan de okonfobuan ohye nkom de kurombu a otimi bi. Ye de bia na ebe de ya amanyosemu. Majeri, ye bompa do man ni munyaje abato awada be. Ititiana won paibo wadwin bo wo tiri man de budget o chere be onma nya budget o da ho chere baba tada won ma alternative onya budget o da ho chere baba 2022 ne abato aba isa ya da betre ho chi ni mu akopem 2023 ya se atine me po kopem 2024 bo ya ntu ni January ya batu ni December 7 ana mobua
say because eye ni pa bi adwen say normally bi ho amokan am ntimi aye nti what is the assurance say budget na a budget of hope that the amokan
Mark Jerry the mini pan to ye ndisi for no work ka be ka kire won de kire mo ahegui na muso menchi o medabio because one boy was here bebrebe na went to and but ye on ye yesusu de ye Ghana fu na yin wo kwa apam
2020 fiscal year now ka say oba BC next month ye kaya ye hostel facility 600 bed capacity
Magjerry
na amasua
Magjerry
people should continue to trust you.
Magjerry, that statement was made in November. Is that not it?
Aye.
And work by next year, that is the 2020.
December, yes, 2020.
2020, what happened in this nation?
It's a COVID in Tinagwang.
But in Nigeria, I want 2020. Or because for Oscar Kotubank in Pakas Boko. No, everybody, the whole nation was Uncle Boba. Uncle, I don't know Bacano Karakakra. Many hours if it is no, and they power career. Uncle, in the year 2020, you could not even plan your life in the next 2 days, 3 days. And COVID was at the height of its peak. And Ijina Kuna, a bombard in there, Besho Kunumu, and Sana, again, maybe and Amobwa. So, Kupaji said, Magjerry, Sisi, a man with the Sumiano or the Purubunu, Bemuda try and Ramafanko. Say, Jato, Sisi, Magjerry, Bojo, phone at you. But who pass from the planner we now so for now super so me one kwanya atabo wate.
All right.
It is obi 2020 but our bebre po the kadem our po bebre po went ambado na dancy. Magjerry sometimes oh you may reasonable kakra. 2020 Magjerry wa aka no kware. There where we score wo pona do an na ya to bank.
Okay, well go me that say. Better say. How you need 100.9. What do I do in Channel 05037211744 05037211744 before me move on to Kingsley and Maleba. My main farm message way quick. Where Sammy watch it for some case. Also look, the NDC propagandists always sit on radio making all kinds of lies and accusations without capitalizing any solution to their incapable claims. Tomorrow is the day we are all anticipated that we are anticipated for the presentation of the 2022 budget. Let's wait patiently because there is a hope in that budget. A lot of measures are going to be put in place. Also, Opariansa, incoming General Secretary of the MPP. Well, so good evening, Magjerry. Please tell Mr. Hassan Ayaraga of APC Party that he should stop attacking Dr. Baumia and turn to Boku as open defecation at the market just behind the Ghana Commercial Bank. In Shaba Nelka say, Magjerry, good evening. I say Malam John and then DC has nothing to offer Ghanaians, all because they promised us a better Ghana agenda. But they brought us total hardship. Their mindset is just to come and loot and share. Ishaba Nelka, or the free a year as well. Okay. Okay, Ashaman rather. Ishaba Ashaman. Well, so good evening, Mark. My name is Ebenezer from Kwabenya. Nana Sewa Bruni budget has nothing good for Ghanaians. It's a rather burden the ordinary man on the street. It's high time the youth rise up and rescue the country from the hardship this government has taken us through. Let us say. And come first head if you are Chima inside BNM. Also, I'm wishing all the BEC candidates, especially my people of Achamansa District, good luck to the exams. Thanks to Honorable Kojo Ponkroma in DC for spearheading road construction in Achamansa. Thank you. We also say, I'm going to buy MP Edifica Swadam Nana. Also, Ghanaians will not vote for a president who cannot create job for his people, who destroyed Ghanaians' economy and told Ghanaians that he is not a magician to create jobs for unemployment in the country. So NDC party should stop disturbing our ears. Also, Honorable Mavis Hawakumsen. Okay. We also say, Mr. Kenoferata, we are ready for you tomorrow. No matter what MPP will break the 8th, 2024. Magjerry, thank you for the good work. Come, sir. Tommy Pele, too. We're saying this budget reading, Ghanaians want to know how much will be set aside to cater for the following campaign promises by this government, aside the numerous taxes they want to impose on us. no guarantor for student loan trust, national rent assistance scheme. Or it is one of the lies like the Cape Coast Harbor. Fight a Kwakubuachi beside. Kingsley, any rebuttal?
See, this story on. First of all, we need to know, and this must be made clear, relative to someone. Your name again?
Yeah, Kwaku no one. Kwaku ana
Refugee.
LPG and as
You see,
okay. Yeah.
There is no evidence the effect that the monument had a former president in a critic. I think that when we are making certain statements, we should be very factual about it. In any case, if we are saying that paying a monument to former president and then how much more paying Senate contributions?
But I mean, yes, you're so
being mindful that
categorical.
Senate contributions were paid by contributors of workers monthly remuneration. So we should be able to know how to tackle the issues. But to put the blame on that one, I think it's very much unfair to do the comparison. The comparison is completely now, Senior Mark.
Yes, sir.
Basma mekawaha. Ea kuhisam atro and kontompo nabrabasem and the emptiness of the MPP. And one agent, cohort, and assigns. Like me, or telling some working. And you went far away to say Mahama ya trouble when Nikunim and all of that. Absolute bogus. Ya trouble 8 times. And these have won elections. We've lost elections. MPP have also won elections. We've lost elections. Does it mean that we were very bad or good? The sovereignty of the Republic, according to Article 1
of the 1992 Constitution,
plus 1 of the 92 Constitution, the sovereignty belongs to the people. The power to govern the country belongs to the people. So Ghanaians decide at a given point in time who they will give their power to. That needless attack, will not take you guys anywhere. In any case, can you compare President Akufo to Mahama? Can you compare the two? To compare Akufo to Mahama, I said, "Oh, they Peter or Yara to talk Kroma. I feel no fool at by home. The difference is too wide. What are you talking about? Please don't bring it here." Tonight, Mr. Meka Wahane say, "I am exposing the inconsistencies of President Akufo and how unprincipled and untruthful he is as a politician." Me could have story published by newsgarage.com. May 25th, 2016. Akufo-Addo blames Mahama over killer taxes on Ghanaians. And here the first story, I say, according to him, the incident taxes which hang on citizens' neck do not augur well for the national development. He observed that Ghanaians are already overburdened with economic hardship. He said, "Yeah, burden on. We're not burdened. What the people are interested in, say young Corey figures, like the Greek minister, who is $50 million. I call craft fertilizer about Kroma, fertilizer in Naira. But you want who's some funum ponko and swap fertilizer and the cross the border of Burkina Faso. Now, one team, one Casanti, you couldn't ask them why they were taking the fertilizers too. The same papaya, no one trying to have a catch, say, a money more a form and that docono, 50 pesos. A broad a 40 Ghana cities. For there, a drew back 40 cities, and then a tier about 4 cities. You the 4 Marseille at the Braca and 4 cities. Because the data on water doesn't support it. There's no price hikes in the market. These are the people. When NDC was in government, everything was bad. Mona Mohon, everything is good. Even in the face of glaring hardship, what better from government side, instead of you to give hope to the people and speak, Abojo Samono, you are here inflaming passions, insulting the sensibility of the Ghanaian listeners and the Ghanaians who voted for you. Thank you very much. This has been the posture of the MPP. This never been a posture. Because my kada the messa kabium MPP phone. Omoye kohwefua look, MPP ni gina fa ko a or the not to who not na toaje so. Who gina chibe kasa nipa mienu na yes ade no. Obebe ho no ba ko ya. This is the same behavior he's exhibiting here. And he talk about factories. Another buffalo Sam mention one significant factory that have been built by Akufo-Addo. I contribute to 1% of our GDP. Mention it. Mention it.
Now, one day should one factory in Lagos.
No, they achieve it then. No, they achieve it then. Because I pray buy any woman. I bet one this one factory.
Oh, but remember, we NDC monetization policy.
Look, NDC time.
Public,
NDC time.
Private,
it was
partnership.
It wasn't near public private debate.
Most of them.
Fine, most of them. In any case,
your public,
these people,
private partnership.
These people.
Yeah.
You see, this is how hypocrite and dangerous they are to our national development. Because
10 minutes.
Because Tamana needs to abem. You be fair kunyam. You can see fish processing factories. Or the saying, is it Elmina, right? Elmina. What has happened to them? Jute factory. Others you see, I never some nice you. Commander Sugar Factory. Yes, see factory we you running test run successfully. Everything was all right. You could just scout there to us. Monfan near sugar cane. If I'm feeding factory no, and no someone to me yet. Factory the go. Man, then you turn around to tell President Mahama say, "Oh, sit down without foundation." It's an insult to the people of Commander and to the people of Central Region. Which my brother will sit here and defend those statements. So, Jerry. In the final analysis, what we are saying is that and some woman Penny Akufo-Addo and MPP when they were in opposition and now in government, they're not delivering. They are not delivering to the promises they made. They promised not to borrow. Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, Asamanwanka Okroma. So all that you need is to erect toll booth on the highways. Obey second the equine. Meboa. Toll booth on my erecting. What they on che? How many toll booth on my erecting Okroma? Any sika on my Oh. One way you Bank of Ghana. Sika yembobo siada because sika no kroma omampeni Akufo-Addo yeti sika so accommodate amamu enko yenti se president Mahama betunani ahwe government enkrofo outside the circle of the government a obehu so mani mo ayeden na mum adodode e wakonwa no so de die the denti on Ghana for but president Mahama never traveled outside the country to go enjoy live band. At the time on the Ghana for
now, so live band, why
no one catch up. One penny for what live band as yeah. No, I can't have food and fun home. And then what's the fear such as what just schools my can you them? Who by who CBO? The Jama show by so job that can you I hear from poor ass less than that. Your school will have a real man near Mantimiko school. You are insulting them.
Okay.
You're insulting. And this year, way up. We are saying simply because the leadership doesn't think about the people.
Okay, me that say.
Now, say, maybe better than council money munyadium. Conformation and concept kumba wa timbi.
Okay.
And I will never dream that. But and conform with your kunyasi, subano money in answer. Your mind him. In 1991, NATO, NATO for Echo Conference. Now you can't NATO for anymore. In fact, the security couples of NATO. No, of course, our conference. Our brothers. And I'm a conference. That's a general speaker on who friend F.W. McDonald. And I'll compile one some now. Mokaka no. Edugu crat house over to the say crime and law enforcement in the global village. Now, Papa be Kasai ewo ho. That penny near friend of Uberto Santino from University of Palermo, Italy. No be Kasai. Now the lecture on bed Levi no presentation no. One of the subtopics or to say rent sovereignty. Rent sovereignty. Good. You can't rent sovereignty as a warrant to be fee. Say LGBTQ are for rent to be fee no more dear, no maybe an enfata, a parco pamomo, rent sovereignty. Indeed, okay, say some quacks, crooks, and some people with diabolical mindset can raise money, sponsor a politician to office, and circumvent the state machinery to commit crime. So Hanubun said, government no hold here, but the government only exists as a proxy entity. But the unseen hands that they are buying they are behind manipulating things. I see that characteristics in this government. I see it. And I dare say, Oman Penny Kufuor is not the president too. Or the ceremonial leader, the figurehead, the interface. But behind Oman Penny Kasan. If not, look, group people Oklahoma, you're from Movement for Truth and Accountability. Led by Mr. Joseph Bedi Akon. On the 6th April this year, a press conference, and they allege the companies be engaged in money laundering, tax evasion, and under invoicing. Makoso Mano almost $120 billion. A press conference on the 6th, exactly 2 days. 8th April, GRA for the response. This is a GRA response, the soft copy. I mean, read you some more GRA for Mate. And I mean, read it briefly. No, just the relevant portions. First paragraph. The attention of the Ghana Revenue Authority, GRA, has been drawn to a press conference by Movement for Truth and Accountability and subsequent publication by various media outlets alleging that about 1,200 companies involved in tax evasion, under invoicing, and money laundering have not been sanctioned. The publication further alleged that GRA, together with other government agencies, have failed to act swiftly to protect the government revenue. Here's some more kawa. Or say, the team's initial analysis of data on record from commercial banks against customs data for the calendar year 2019 uncovered approximately 10,000 unreconcilable documents from over 2,000 companies with funds transferred in the region of $1.8 billion. What kind of response are Jerry for the buyer? Very damning. They confirm to the allegations. Yet now companies are engaged in tax evasion and money laundering. Now bantu option in Group B a petition special prosecutor office against La Bianca, which was strong. Anyway, I will leave it there. But we wait to see further what the government will take. And you go form. Okay. And all the bad numbers for Ghana for this is how you should fight. Don't come and sit and defend it. Please. That is all.
Samuel Ayukwe. Sammy. Baron, what's that name? Baron.
Son of Sammy. Oba deputy minister. Say Bakoria no maba. I
don't sit here to speak because I am anticipating the future position.
No. But
I want leadership.
But you are my brother, so I have to wish. You are my brother. I have to wish well for you. I have to wish for you. Okay, media.
How many minutes on the Gaza?
13. Wow. Go ahead. Usha two political parties where you could talk more. Yeah, Ghana for Ghana for they did to me in my home, and I blame you because from 92, your experiences are I buy me new year mo. Omunyina so ba na omukọ wi a na Daniel Muntokwa ade amu records wa ade amoye ho na ma betena we si obu ame na me we si obu ame na me we etien Ghana for na yen nim de ekoso edi mu mienu bae no na wan na e ka no krekere. This should tell us that what they can do for Ghana no eno anomaye no se ene ye ka dollar asem na se party in power nipa betumi aba be defend say and a dollar say and a we say then we should know where we are going because we only complain based on promises. If those promises are bad, kebe din say ye can dollar somewhere obi bebo vice president din say ombe yinano. So we should just let the people know that say and adian mo ye hana makodu hana moko ya mo man kan say mo beto makoma so dan say we will come and sit and be defending some things we know we have to condemn. Me, that is one thing about these two parties are memempe. Ade na enye no ba once any party asem honorable Soso Assemble who communicators by none of them was able to say said no they condemn. All of them were defending. The same thing away so dear ba omuso ba we dear ade black near ba I say man here red. We dear red. You see, so they are not ready to change the country. They are ready to move their party from one position to the other. And most of them are doing party job and not a nation job. Because how your nation job are discussions ni bi or ba. It was so sunny from your level of politician drop down to somebody who lives next house of you. Oh, no him how we living in life or bre situations or home. The person is next to you. You say be a baby a what as a politician no area ni there. Answer na obe who obi a ne ho kire no no. You say wonam kwan so a hu so mo sresra there. But if that is not the case, we all have people around us that complains, we hear, we see. So, say when to me amanipa no one can abutoye sembi anto na kuma so a men confuse no. Don't try to say because sometimes we provoke them. And if everybody should come out and be speaking, now a lot of people are mu party or mu krano, they will still come out and provoke because when say ade nye mo bia hu say nye. Why do you want to change now person ade no look say oh that should tell my bread. And we can retire them because obi enim da the former president Nkrumah betumi free UGCC no ababeji independent.
Anything Yawasani Tano or said the youth of Ghana must choose LPG.
Whoa, or stand alone and not start here. But I don't know you. Mo party no for youth mo wo mo amunim se madwen kire no mo kasa ko akire madwen mo ebie esumo tetempenifo echi e no mo ka mo koka aha so sai bi wo ho brilliant youth idea o man ni show mo nsa they can transform the nation no makotete mpenifo echi. So excuse my language, you know, sometimes when they are omo kasa no omo ke bibia only to make sure say penny bi otie no ebe friend abona baso irrespective of wrong or right. They are tired. Omunya ready because omunya ready a eniama bia ya wo 2021 ya be call 2022 nso ye use 1992 constitution obi abon to me fa ne san kan sesan because oti so a favor that constitution and a book a cover a protective a kunya na wote so no nti obi aba protection na man ni nti any favor no munya ni nti no obua yensesa no. So we are going to live 2022 going live based on 1992 constitution. Ne police ye ejuma on one side na so ye ejuma na obi be bonichi oh waya de obo ejuma eso ebo fa wedware pe o say obi na chusu nti oye ejuma ma no we dey starting in your agenda so udi amba wedware dia yes ye twa kwan na anka wo dan no o se kwan ni so wo twam na wo ka kwan ni so na obi aka ne dan okutetu o de bebo because wo better dem no better abontin. So if we don't change certain things in the constitution now, this up and down there because I just say country ni na I just say no. You will say stress our two parties we say yen ye kuta to me na nyomo. Eni NDC ni o wo mo nim se nko ye be sachara na dwen. MPP ni o wo mo nim se nko ye be sachara na dwen. No mu nyina aba together abe form alliance with LPG. Na ye nyina ya ji to me. And no crampo no say you betwa one time in pope no mo saba when they promise they will fulfill. But I say baton no.
Among so alternative be or
me say akwa say baton. Say NDC di Jania Jinapo NDC or Simini MPPJ no dey ama Jinapo MPP no so agi no so to aso. They are brothers e come ndi omufie da me ne oni ebe bread bia. We that we give them the power and ebe bread because yen ye budget e wo kromu ha e ye fuo ene habo ye tu fuo mu pe ye tu petrol mu pe transport cost ro ma me no so okofa tomatoes no okofa no drop engine no 3 cd first time okofa ye tu mu okofa ni age ni 5 cd ono so de be ka tomatoes no eti tomatoes no so ye ni 4 1 cd a transport na cost nti obeyi ni 1 cedi na me so me kwa akoto ne sa. So if transport goes up, it affects everything. Okay. And if duties goes up, it affects everything. And to the amount of constitution na mo be benefit ya enjoy wo mu saa. Eniama mienu wo de extreme mo nya ho adwuma mayen. Mo ma fuel prices na nye stable and embra for mayen. Na duties so mbra from na yen mo aye kra eniama na ye businesses no. Yen so atumi atua workers ye na mo so tumi ko fia. Omo akosha omo ye ni omo ma. Enu nti omo fa omo tumi mbeka ya ho. Na yen gi tumi no. Na Kwame Nkrumah tumi ye ya. A smaller party can also do it again. I just saw more beka ye ho.
Okay. Eja kwesi Eddie free Asamai Kese. Also, Mark Jerry, good evening. Do you know something? And these leaders will never appreciate the good things from Honorable Kendo Ferrata. Propaganda and Kwanomo. Eja kwesi from Asamai Kese. Bagunoa.
Brother.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mark is 13 number book. Baja in the strategy as in
what the 13 in our boom as an audio to us.
Baja in the strategy as in a paddy bottle to Guma, some church or Mambo de Me. One day you're to say Bogudo, Nathan or Yaji. Marjorie Putu catcher that decided Nutu. Bye. Young guy, yet radio da. Young Castle, ye them, a castle, ye them, Punky, we all bomb my man for it. A Jerry here in a buying swafwa. Well, sir, Lord, no quarter, na Pierre by Edgman. Okay, share in Sancho for a catch on there. One my buying the Urbo on Quenin. That's our buying Otakatwa. One can know your dencham. Ante aban otajamu a onkara wa atojata aban otaponcha wonkara wa atonantwi de wa yakase magara ante. This is a public record and I'm a Jerry Mark Mark ante the minister we swe de other no kwaba yadma kaka de musa ntwafo mpo aban na dwuma yempo muntwa kohwemfa ho.
That's awesome. No, be true. What kind of out of context?
Be out of context. Asa ban okumaketwa. Munka de wa akumadancham. No one na bo oku noso. Ya eto atro no ridi. Na nya nu ofi de mama yoku no mu. Wa ba beja kacha na nya ye twa kohwi. E ya na mempe de mobobo apawa. No obi jan kacha ro asa obi si fertilizer ayo den. Ndo okodo nsere mo ya den. Confirm now, Waba. Agari.
Yes, sir.
Bokina confirm. Bogan confirm Waba.
No more, my Amoa, when my idea found.
Yes, now confirm him, baby, of us from Quachin. Confirm you, baby, of Oimbo down on a puzzle, when baby of us from Quachin. Hopes it to a problem. I had it. Laptops are working on the Jamaica. Commander Sugar Factory. What where did I beg? Magari.
Yes, sir.
You made what way? No was war room, Busumesen, no was start operation. Bye. June, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. E ka won wo ba me na mbere all to national service akatom na was what to abawe we to ntin ka twanma aban foforo ba so me da hu ta kungwa do mbere ma mo kwan kopim ayi oya 6 January mafim. Yeah, that mean obo auditor general anything. Until I my factory here, says he can't walk better one say. A could share. The man commander sugar factory. Why you less to buy? Baby, I will be your outgrowers. What ya na me consuency? A thief am I womb, a thief am I so or be you actually bobby ye. Bedu crom sort of the Cuquado, no watch church or watch him. These are the communities, outgrowers will be actually. I'm with my coin in the Siam, Bedu crom that thief am I, Nino with my coin in the Siam, beside that I should come away. What was the factory, Brana, Marjorie? When you actually, the master be my first year about my catcher. Yet, you know, can run about the area, actually, no one will worship me, but I was ever commander because when you actually. What's why you test run? Test run away when you're bad.
Why should they now you know?
Actually, me just call me. We actually watch me, but there was a commander. Was the quiet when you actually because where you factory. A comfy juice a year where it's as a main impact. My girl, you had a medical side work. Abraham Mudin. I am here and I say, I have been time if you want back. Before the neighbor, because next time I don't know, the next time you come here, I Pam, Namambra, comfy juice, or be that. Na mfaka sa duwe pakaka ma no fa mbona no
o se factories nyina ba and contribution Ghana's GDP and say ya na o tana ye beti
na eh njem bi ho ma abai ye na so o mbre mpo wa sanye nde ya no ye adwuma diso man pay nze sa acha na papa yo so ye businessman wa mi chire uncle business sa na atume libu lu ayi o ya kakra ini tira tax mpo one more tax holiday for 1 year. Nkakra amayama wasu ejedi mu waye yina wa ntwa mbom da kro oya nkakra magari minne ekru bi oka fi mo ye yi o se GN Bank in the Unibank oh rather Christ ante GN Bank kokoto bank wo America wajiji nkrofu yan yeska wa ha no wazu hwe mekai de oya 2016 adwuma akon campus Tescon was can was save adwuma ayi GN Bank adwuma akon or education wara what was ka kwotro mo be handing over wara was ka the whole mo wo kwakwa yi was ka be handle wo bank house won twan no won kwa mankasi wo cho be won no to de kwa mankasi wo du mankasi won twan mo won kwa Cape Coast ana wara mara me de ska boto na mi be yin ebe magari na murukwa mukwate sabi mi bi wo wanze mo man ye mentwa metam soka magari bisa one workers emina me cousin or you more doctor for 5 months no ntwa na ka Unibank now who deposit other court one you mother was the sponsor you want to sponsor Ghana meet Niger who help you
they say corporate responsibility
cooperative if you bank at or sponsor Ghana meet apart from Unibank whichever bank again and what the proposal court one can one first or other bank where and we bank or sponsor Ghana meet Niger no about to take it out for her another way when it comes to such event it is the telcos and now what friend them work it them online platform buying because what want to take it for Ghana did my job na afraid of video fee infa mama bandom na si no bi ni ayin fa so about no wa be no fa go twan car what boy
kunowa
Ghana meet na Ghana bank sponsor the bank be dem wa ye bank onyi sika biaro amanfu onwetira wo de boto na dan na ho kakra na wo so yensihu a na atua wo am ho dem collapse ya working deputy finance minister Goldman Capital eko abay your friend Hong Kong kwashima Hong Kong a wo kro ho eko tabola no matre ho a wo kro ho wo fi aben ma apia na Goldman Capital no gu hum deputy finance minister na banka Goldman Capital
a deputy finance minister ben
and this abido
wine no
atu force me MP atu force na me kan na da me say ma churo branches too edu Hong Kong theater kro ho Goldman Capital what ba ben ma from eyo ben deputy wo gbe dan bank wo ye adwuma 20 what to am wo lucy and bank no fun edu tabola number 3 ba bia what to tilapia na
ben who say Goldman Capital now say na ya to force
me say atu force nda
ene minimum
me say amina me ka cho me say sponsor adwuma ko yin se ma kwambo kase na me a communication team director yan brosho akwambo brosho 2016 Goldman Capital no sponsor gala.
Oh, does it mean say ya to
Miss Eben no one was the application come on. He is the one of the director here to come and now minute to more my sponsors. Sikoba yana no of my direction was by. Miss go how you send call register journal na check. Find out Goldman Capital na shareholders.
Well, a medium minimum. I don't know.
Etu oyo be ja kede abena egundwuma. Ekrofo a wo ba na edwuma na wo ba ye no anfa hye bia anton. Tena commander sugar factory a wo be si so kunkrai. Ende all the one district one factory on them the plan that one penti a kunfi since 2017 that's all from they are still in production. Casa Europa they are still in production. Petrofis they are still in productions. Equal a friend there is another one wire paper. War Wilbur a pemora they are still in production. Iba B5 war a friend Ningo Pram they are still in production. Once a woman then I say our baby once a woman. Who have you? My Jacobi, ya not to be awake. Was your cousin and a child American can assembly for no cry I can this way.
And those idea.
But my Yakina was in there.
Yeah.
Yamia don't watch na. Finance minister or the Yana Kwan was about to go. Asama ministries are by there. Budget or be or share there over boy a common minimum. Ama COVID-19 wounds so I don't pump and one baba. Well, baby, be more hope will lay on off it. Well, so I say, I feel so digitization. In there, in Kwasa Line, we health insurance office. Share Kaswa office no CP Junction. What do you have me fee? One bank, if you're and I do the me and come out Puya Milkway. What one will be a salon was a blog out to one and pay for nothing. In that who's your for mobile phone, part to part, let them cook. As the children hospital hours in the what's the message call. I me be Betty Pius. The news will be all year while we produce our Peace FM. Us in the ECG. What were up? It's the one because he said, I'm out to me. Now, man, I require baby a prepared water on our company them. Prepared there, no, I hear for. Baby, 30 minutes on to Yabotar time. If you're chilling, I'm a ban Yabotar Martin. My brother. Well,
30 minutes.
Oh, Mr. Digital, Mamma Kaka crank out digitization.
I got 2 minutes.
Take away. No, we have to last. Menam messenger debe no moko ma mesi menam kwada amoroko police yinam Mr. Kambo me insurance Kambo police yin for the phone o mi ado part to pa asa branch say na higher insurance ko in Canada can afford the state fake paper no that ho no dey yi fly away o de bo wa won ko insurance me enko kan fie but in there into me dodge the mazen in the Goro boys equal friend DVL abi akre ti part to pa bokon wa dikiton se iyi o save mbir kwantam rantam miti me na huna me hwemu phone do madwuma me ye printing me ya na ma send na man oji tuma na wa ya am mobile money ndo miss am there e use be a network o asif me bu no me ya na ma fa ntodo na me sefa to na kunkran dem na mo so ma ya na ma da mna card ma ya nda muntu ka mo nkọ kokko bi ansa na me di post akọ mo nkọ baba bradan ansa na me kokko bi sande info yin wa he.
Okay.
Amambu no mo tro no mo boy. Na ye na want to say.
Baku me that same.
Oh, my God, I'm easy for.
Obesi from. I'll pick the final comments. It's obesi from. Mama
land here. Yeah, no be so uncle. I don't know. Kind of better man could see. Then me fear grass in there. My Jerry.
Oh, a grass in a way.
Me fear grass in there.
A grass in a way.
My Jerry.
Land in a yanko.
My American you there.
Yeah.
So when the man you walk in Simpampana. In Kogwe ada kwahwehwe wonzama nkugwa bia na mama oza abomin nna sisi we ndo ayo hatata nkada mbri ya we ya 2021 ya to aba 2020 wasase ya campaign nke ye ina ya dia adwene ba ne ebututo aman na ba to obiri no dure na ya akado madwene kirempo amade bu oman mo man tu nko ntimo hwe ompo mfanto abam na wonsim na wontutum da kokwa na aso aburo.
Okay, better say Tim Robbins in there. When Tim Robbins ana I know hona. Robbins in there. Wow. Okay. It will also special greetings to Kwakunoa. The NPP will break the 8, and John Mahama is the only incompetent president who promised not to promise again. It was never like the JM made Ghana heaven. Nanado has done excellently well for the country. Climate change and COVID-19 have caused global havoc. So also, we can't trust the NDC for anything. Tim Robbins, Republic of Agona Asafo.
Oh yes, one and
Koda,
Costa Development. Go school now. Somebody show one hand.
All right, me that same. Mame kwa amana so 0302243540 0302243540 0302257902 0302257902 madwe we to me so into one so expectations and the same Ochina 2020 budget statement madwe
ejo so na bu maje
yetu na nayo
aya kasafi tabora mame mo aso o bo adwuma nyankopon hira o papa na menchia yewura Jackson Kodu adodo na abone mana ne kumkom na ye titles ono so mechia no na engineer Lai die for Mechiano na ni committee or Kanku Central Mechiano. You're Canada Mos Mechiano. Honorable Manji, a do babia MPP for company for ya medio mo ya okakra. Because we share and someone amareba abetna no be ya money laundry and no say. Momo peso. You how much bicycle young loan if China what they call no. I'm almost sure bicycle. That's the kind of fine. Now, you basket, you say will be on. You were Mama, Kuya, so better than Pusu or better than I'm a new one on my daddy, small central for a moment.
Na, ya work Teshi desalination plant and Nino.
My daddy, Mrs. Suman, for Mom, a point, sure, what done in the pipe or more.
And now I beg you by almost why the found. So none enough.
Was yourself, my India and this form, Lama Sanya, Mana, MPP, Benny, near almost have a CH, no Mother Sanya. Tuga Pacha, Yura, and Kroma Bestia, Yura Mahama also, Baby, you want to hear me. Now you have some more Besabeka and football to Guyani. So no person, Sifax in his answer or Doshiga Ken. My dear, step Aquala Crabes, I do it. I don't know, Sugar Factory, what's so factory, as you now want to sit down to foundation.
Okay.
Who sit down this way? And this is for the such a moment chance. Grandma moving your mind to be.
But that's same. My main fan of Ofro, Bebacho Majo.
It is also Mr. McGarry and Pacho. What is it?
Yanko Pando Boko, you too, Bema.
I'm a more about so. I mean, me mamma and still surgery. But did you bring a lady sheriff on a booth for some for and near me boss back with Joe income deputy communication shaman Yamishano. Open the case here. Here, MPP. Aye, nyachum. Na minim, the omni a new woo. Tabadaye, and omni dia. Yaminquani. Majarabia, my mommy, me patch of me, the Mr. Cross, and because of free castle, baby, MP no 2 no. Opening. Yawaha, Excellency John Damani Mahama, in so and then me no as a Obaka in Patama, in so cry, almost 2 weeks in a bima. They say you do your lighter 3 days near them, and then a body. Betim Bako, you turn 2 city, and Tosi Magderi, and then you try to send you to Chabrudu, and then a broad boy, I think, and then you begin 1 pack, 120 Ghana cities, and then make a roasted document, you are more 1 city, and you 2 city, 3 city, 4 city. And then me no work at the Banku 1 city, my dear, me has any woman emotion ya, who met me a main Banku 1 city, and then me no work at the Punko 1 city,
graduate. Video. Okay.
No, what a Greek minister. What fertilizer, dear, but young who may be a fertilizer nafa, and then ye so okay, so more Podiano, no more thing. When you begin near when you be papa be a farmer, or somebody who the drop them count. Then you want because almost you would decano. Now, what Nakas would be papa be the man, and no one was what dear Sika, a man, and I say, what Bruni, at the play, at the mano. One night would you 250,000.
One was a president, Teddy Sika, Aquacoma, Burunibi, Sewa Burunibi.
Now, when you know, Netiapuno, why Tiapuno?
Okay, now, O Tiapuno, you Obia Kai and I just say, no, as a Yusumuza.
None, my daddy.
Yes, okay, so what Brunia some of the other fatu baby made us say. My main to us when I may far away. Bebacho Majo? Yet you, Bema. Bebato Pedan, this one near Tonka. Okay. Yamia do me hoye.
President, don't forget the baby. I forgot to. No, you're Jerry. That's a budget here. So we did. On Mumbo Jump over Mowe, our climbing. I want the bucket of 1 Kagana, crop. I want only coach out, so you won't coach out. Highway fee. A car, better Quattacra than no man who coach out. But what my Jerry, my uncle won't go from Mowe. The one for Quacker way, the only year. I'm talking to men, probably.
Okay. Better say. I may find next one. Meba Chomajo. Yes, sir. You too, Bema.
So, me did the Kokuja, make a Africa.
Okay, Kwaku, you too.
A baby now, a concern, come say MPP and this party long. I had a propaganda youth. And in the Papa Manka Ghana youth, you know, be a major any JP. But when some more catch a Yapoman Penny will be fact with their Mayan, everything for workers, about 60,000 workers. Ya put it, Papa, in your boy, and some near Catia support. Yapoman Penny will be a ticket and a competitive.
Let us see. I may find next one. Meba Chomajo.
So many of them are Jerry. Now, to send you.
Yamia Domboko, you too.
Eben Fabiniani.
Yo.
My main boy Kingsley, and Malibaso. Why are the Jumapa or the boy and this? Catching this and any sopa, no, because I'm one of them. Repair back. Ma did you bring near Itakijan could make up in a Michel? Joe Shaman, what the boy also did boy communication. Yanko Ponsha, Eric so English a man from. Ma Jerry. Bibi, I see him there. Now, MPP need to or non ankasa at the summer old in the Yamano. Or we not shoot the shrimp in Sasia, the Quaco, Commander Chica Factory. My main man in TS said, governance a serious business. And yet, now you can find a master of Brunia Mama by 2 years, so you won't tree. Now, yet, took a seer. Yet, what took a silly year, maybe the Garu will
Graduate. Munim said, Mebajo tie, me for mutie me. My friend for more free. Honestly, with all due respect, Mama way the last time out, Bobby used to say, Wabro. Munim said, me, Sa Papano, me be fear her. Many of my fuck so be a no man, quite so be you su. Papano, na Papano, na. Why, Papa, get the sign window, so no. I hate it, Mebajo, hold on. I hate those things on my show. With all due respect. I don't entertain saying no man. Why? Now you can go ahead. Okay. Because se wa broni in fair duane be se me pono so. Ye ka o man na eno ne nye se wa broni asem. E na papa no fair duane enfa mere me. Eti I don't entertain papa no ne se dia me ye da che no ebiri bi atwam ne no ana me ye. Why?
Based on what on zero travel, you know but and how about who class it? Say taxes, not Babaco Jaru. Emma Jerry.
Okay.
Yes, sir, Mountain Nanado. Yes, sir, no. Not just non regional. Yam taxes via a Babaco Jaru. Or Chegana for boss or Magana for your one in high.
Okay. But I say.
And I think a 3 city under the watch of Nanado. Abayaton one Ghana no complaining. Other than the 3 city. Only being found. I am 2 about money so on Bejaru.
Okay, Beneza. But I say. Maybe last one. Eba cho me moajo. Yes, sir.
NDC phone call or do me chia sir.
NDC phone call no money info.
Democracy phone.
Chesa kasa ne sign. NDC nkwara nkwara bi anim sa. Chesa kasa ne sign. Obi ono no NDC ni ono to aba.
O kasa no bo se wabro ni bi din wo wasem num.
Me se chesa 75 sign na to aso.
Ya me kan nyina nsa na oji ma me.
Asem na me ka to no wantie.
Be
say NDC nkwara bi anim a omo frame me program so nti twesa asem ne sign.
Ma tia sign. Ma me jam wo fa ja ko ai former energy minister Energy Johnson from Bongodia. And Tatos Gruba, woman a big in a mine. Media making answer first and NDC for Serenka. I dear by tell me the budget, Yakosea. Nenipa, and soon good Jim, Yam Shia, Yakwaya budget, Benequim, you. Now, they were trouble the budget here because you want to come back to say from Yam will be on Sereno, and I am for Bianco to be Biaso. Now, Yakase, what to Yamam. Kusiania de Yakoyana Boko, Cerebro Mano, Amaya Omano, Yetimayam Puntu Papa, Aquaya Yaquine, Yayin Su, any idea, and here and a Chadeco, Parliament Yakoka Wasem. And it will be to us what Rapa Ayina Yakoyano, Yakoyamo, Manimoya, and this is for Omoka, Sem Guma, Mukake, and Futurum to Gumani, and Massa, Yan Yasa, so that.
Okay, that's
That party go see or say, oh, the way sugar ye, oh, the Abacon on Waja on Moko, and after one Chamona, mo titi nipa mo ha nipa adwin mo ya de amunye wie ya be konko ha be no mo ba na manwe mo se na mo ha nipa adwin
Ejanimo, let us say, and I enumerate. I need 100.9. Obi be afraid be ameda was say. Monso am sending messages. I said I am modia. Final comments. Amalaba. Hey, Mesha said was no meaning I'm not being fair. But you know what?
Do you now listen to dictates of it? No, I'm asking who hold the ground.
Okay. Samuel.
The final words they say yenyina yehu sadia Ghana amambuo ni Ghana sitina na akoye ya yebesre say benifo no ya omonka hun say other political parties ne so omuso o manifesto eno nti wo de to abawie a at least adwene nyansan ni omutirimu kran de o manifesto ba ku mienu bi to asuma ya amonje na mo fanka ho implement say de be ya mo betumi start unemployment tia na child benefit ni tia na yeso ye ba abeto aso enye sa so a wo de 4 years ni dura munje mu din na yemra ne ma omanfo no ho ntom we san sa ne ma mienu we se ye ya omanfo no nso omonso mbe si adwen omo ho at least ma me bia wo a broni adwen ni akire o so se wo de wo a metua wo ba busumi bia mema wo sei se fa hwa akwala no onim se wo gi a wo beto ade ewom onim se wo gi na ade bi na wo ton ana business bi na wo ya wo de be hyem wo de hyem nso a wo betumi ahwe fie de bia enti embe de nto o man ne so na taxes wo betumi atua tax esan se me ton dokuni aye ka se boy din na se me jetire nyina eye 100 cedis na me de ton na menim se busumi bia me nkwala ye mienu nti aban se menje 400 cedi busumi bia hwe nkwala na me de hyem a ebeko nanim ama me so metumi aboa memma ahwe memma enti omumwa no mbeke ho na yentumi fa policies papa embra ne friend social intervention bibia e benefit obia e bi 19 na yeyembo free SHS engunu ba social interventions ni bi wo ho no mo a e benefit olinkran they say bi omo de buy the rain campaign omo se omo ma free water obi borehole so obi ono so koto nso no free baby
free water na dey my enjoy free electricity na me enjoy.
Yes, they were using it for social intervention and asanya ama too where there are places in so any light many places omu I don't call those things social intervention but instead me free SHS social intervention unemployment benefits say wunye adwuma a wuti fie busumi bia o sa aban tuma o kakra se fato en na be ma aban pressure say no kofiti fie onye adwuma metua ne busumi bia ntima me create adwuma ma no no nkoye na me fa sa sika na me de tua ne busumi bia o ti fie onye adwuma no me mfentua no adwuma no oye no enye sa dia pressure bia mbeto mo so yi on betena radio TV so on be keka bom on kwa no makọ chedi na me ne wo ne ye bre
let us say I need 100.9 kwaku noa ene amaleba ya se wo kwaku kasa yes sir
ba ya do me do ho yawo ya ba ha mo awo na etse afini kwa nne na awo kasa obi be ka cho de moyin kasa na am
kasa obi nkan James o se ma sha ase afini so anti bi wi a bi be wi won so of which Madia to me take kasa but be nim say be a selecting me and I follow some protocols no that is how I do my work because one sheni year
then you should be
hold on ebia one sheni year depa ne beba nti da bia me hwede obewuram or betena se first ono na me meti adwam a me sha ase free ne so wa beba last no because I am also trying to say may fair to the odi kan ba ye no so there bia no na ba betena se ana obewuram se ana ma sha ase free so I'm not being fair baby I'm also am comfortable say ono no bakra na o chekra na me sha ase free baby mra ne so kwagu kasa ne yanko
mama ziri wie de ya me yaduma ye yina ye wenyi dado de ochina aban nisika sem ho ntotwe afi ode ye yimi ozreba me jize da aban a sabe ye ka asem a otei me kai de ye ka dem luxury ayi onye 2020 no wo yi fi ho obai there was an argument the car be a home man. Bit there, or friend day, 207. But engine capacity. And now, about them, a na day to one bet. On your last, we may go Thomas Abaye or friend day. Tipper trucks na in Abim. Here one day, Obi a home man. Ebio kita them, be a mere beer. Don't walk at the mechanic, no be also register you. And I cry up and away. Maybe I won't be one register. Them be a naban. Not in them. Only the main one there. Kakra one word and or ye. Yet say ye if you. Now, Kriana Morka there, you saw what you be. Now, you go on Zoom bottom, but become baby, being come baby. It's no, you cannot do something to get everybody on board.
Okay.
That bottom, in being part of the policy, but my pro will be put man word to coin. Honest by your name. And see, or woman that I must share buying you or buy. A man for young one for you, a man for young one for so. The Major immediately,
yeah.
Na in the wash I say. Or your BC for a watch roll. Your best saying Uncle Pon them piebo. Na ya Shiraku could drama one. Na ya catch on there. And there ain't the draba. Jerry. Oh, yeah,
time in the corner first in the
1996 I made 12 exams. My classmate to go. Nudina Mombo. Yeni be out on Bassin Quattro so derby. No brother paying or quattro or passe. Ni mammy when yes, can and Van Piano. Okay. Enjoy a super quattro in the Dubia you are. It's all bad saying. In the more made I buy a quattro. No passing. No on for canny nara. Okay. Enjoy young crash some Cassamayan. No master at cheerful. Na hwedo for what my friend nya da me biri na bayan kakabo ekogina ho abofra na bi orebo won po na akometu enti mesre won de wase hwe do nya me na bayan kakomoto bi ayi won kakabo okay na ya powerful no so chaw de yim no he den obowie no wie na teacher fu na de won bo bibi jams na de pocho de me jams na yi na oban owo no so mo kitai bo won da bowie mre resource beban na onko school na abofra pe bia mpiroyin sin aba be semara ndo kwa no we gbe nti ya semara de monyere mu nso na mu twara o man payin akufo ado asero onye na ban wase mu ka inara wafa
be da se enen dubre amale ba yanko amen you from time na so
time ni o yan se be da ha
ana waka jom da se
ni ma
kaza biti
o say NDC o tia ban mu a yembusa alternative policies
okay.
Because we have the brains, we have the mind, we have the wisdom, and we have all. Can he discipline himself? Can he discipline himself? Can he discipline himself?
Okay. Mate, better say Manikasa. Amalebakasa.
It's very irrelevant and irrational comment. What's the use of it?
Because you went
Kwaku Manikasa, Kwaku Manikasa.
What kind of behavior is this?
Manikasa no explaining. Mani explaining alternative policies now. It's so let me explain. Let me explain. Okay, maybe I talk as an answer. Get you.
Jerry.
Yes, sir.
NDC we don't ask people to bring alternative policies. Because we have the wisdom, we have the power, and we have all it takes to run this country. And to and to come from our President Mahama, the people manifesto they can feel free to copy. Many copies of the headquarters at Abraka, they will supply many copies that they want. Number two, it is never true there's other trees and surviving. In fact, on 28 April 2014, UDS had a report by City News and published it and other media portals. Enjoy online, you can check it. Over 85% of the trees survive. Also, Pokwasi Interchange Project. Mampine Kufuado, Osha na untumi so sada yeni bida. Mahama na so sada yeno. Part of Greater Accra Urban Roads Network Project. Any ekoje hu sika to ho. Omo ba ye no, omo yi sika mo $10 million at the twa omo num.
But enya accurate say Mahama na so sada.
It is Mahama government.
It started from
did everything.
Na Pokwasi Interchange ni get part of reconstruction now. Don't
let no one mislead you.
Oh no.
Let no one mislead you.
Nobody can mislead me.
It was part. In any case, granted. Let me grant it for you on the face value. Let me grant it on the face value.
Yeah.
Oman pena kufuwa pensu kwa na chance ya kufuwa de din kan ho. Ko onye kufuwa. So that issue settles, and it is fact. A statement of fact say Mahama Bana Jibo Siane to between the government of Ghana and African Development Bank. Kensley Ato forcing the then finance minister deputy sign the contract.
Okay, but that's same. How you need?
Just conclude.
Okay.
By saying that Ghana force one shoe, one answer, one the difference. Ni obedi de and the obebu mine. The obedi koshie and the obedi jumadem and the sum Ghana for. I don't know. MPP journalists like Captain Smart and others and mounted platform or more apologize to President Mahama Senana. Mahama, ya pauchao. And someone ya kanye, na ya kuyu, someone ya kapao. Fireborn and chain. President Mahama say, or the born at chomo, or money yenti. We will continue to talk until say Ghana. Ebe juma. No, mine, ebe ye.
Better say, Amale.